I'm Dr. Yashwant Raminini Damodhar. You can call me Dr. D. I'm from India. I graduated from Government Kilpak Medical College, Chennai. It's in south of India. It's been 10 years into medicine already. I've finished my graduation from KMC, GKMC, also called as Government Kilpak Medical College. And I've been practicing in India for last 2 years, and then I moved to US where I was doing my sub-internship in South Texas Health System. And then I had this opportunity to be on the island, teach students who are just starting their career in medicine. And it's a wonderful opportunity, I believe now, that here I am teaching students for a while now. Teaching was never new to me. Even from my med school, I was always guiding my juniors, always there for them. They used to always reach out to me if they had difficulty with concepts. But, well, I should be truthful that it was never a big thing for me because it was so natural that I didn't really realize it. But, well, when I was in the US, like when I was teaching the students who are almost, let's say, were almost finishing medical school, it kind of prompted me that, okay, I have an ability to teach students. And when this opportunity turned up, I was like, okay, I need to give something back to the society, or especially to the profession. And things worked on. I was taken in, and here I am teaching students. I believe so far it's been good with that. Well, I think knowledge is something easy or is misinterpreted, that it is tough to understand medicine. I really believe that if there's a person who could get it to you, who could decode things for you, it ain't rocket science. It is something with the body which has happened through evolution, and it is something which can be understood. And if you're good with your concept and you have language skills where you can attract people to that listening thing, I think that makes a difference in medicine especially. And people do get attracted to that. Well, when I'm teaching, I kind of pull people into it with real life examples, and it kind of sticks into them. And I believe that kind of helping the students want to know more of medicine because of the fascination which really is in it. Well, I should start with the dean, Dr. Sudha. When I first spoke to him, I kind of knew that he's kind of person who's into helping students, right? He has been into medicine, he has been practicing for a while, but his life was very sad. But he chose a different path where he thought like educating students would be something which lies in his interest, right? Which is his calling. And I had a similar calling when I always yearned that, like, okay, someday or the other, I should be able to help my colleagues, like future colleagues, to reach where I was. And I think that was kind of a big factor. And this is something AUA, and it's on an island, and not many people want to work with this place, right? It's maybe people want to study, but working in an island is not very easy, right? There's a lot of transportation in it. You got family. But Dr. Sudha made it so simple. It was so easy for me to transition from the States to the college. And I didn't even have trouble anywhere. It was so smooth. And Dr. Hanadi, she was always there to help us out. When somebody is there to back you up and to help you out in every step of transition, I think it's a good thing when it comes to universities. I don't believe any university does that in and around this place. And that's a huge factor. And obviously, it's an island, it's a different life, and everything is slow. Students tend to be more interested in learning rather than going out or like divulging in different activities of life. They're more dedicated, and that kind of gives us the interest to teach them too, which is not very much appreciated in other parts of the places, like for example in the States, right? Students have many things happening, whereas here they're completely dedicated to profession, right? And that kind of is a very important uniqueness I find in AUA. Well, when there's a big crowd, it's not easy to cater to every single person because it's a limited time period. But as an AUA, the student ratio and student-teacher ratio is very minimal, right? And it is very effective in teaching students when you know each and every student by name and you know their background and how the function is and how they kind of react to situations. You kind of guess, or you don't even have to guess when you're right there in the class. You know it from their face, right? If they're understanding a concept or if they're finding it difficult. Well, students at AUA so far do not have that problem. They always tend to express things, but as professors here, we believe that it's before they can express it that we have to understand and cater to it. And even when you're preparing the slides or presentations for students, you kind of know it, right? Okay, for example, student X can understand this concept just by pictures, but student Y can need more of information in it because they do not know. When they go read the material or the big books, they kind of get deviated into topics. So when you have a smaller population, it is easy to cater to, and you can actually in person meet them, discuss with them, get to know their issues, and I think that's a huge benefit in being in AUA, and I believe that goes a long way. Well, I think there are a lot of medical schools, not only in the Caribbean and around the world. We cannot generalize every situation, but somebody who has chosen to be in the Caribbean, I can say why it can be AUA, because you're already there. You know that it's a part of an island. So you want to know what AUA can give more than being on an island. First of all, the management. Dr. Hanadi, she's always there, right? Even from letting you know about the island to make you go around, get a place for you to stay in. That's a huge factor. Able to find a place on a remote island, to be able to make it affordable. I think no school does that. And especially here, Dr. Hanadi takes care of that. And also transportation. No school provides transportation or helps you with the transportation. And I believe that is one of the big factors when you come onto an island. And AUA, as I was talking before, it caters to students on a one-to-one basis, right? And so far, every student who has come in new from a different place or who have transferred to AUA say that it is a big factor, and I believe so. It is also a big factor that to be right on the shore where you have a beach right behind us, and that is something which it kind of gives the vibes of being on an island, not somewhere deep in the place where you stay. I teach anatomy, embryology, histology for the MD1s, who are the ones who are just starting basic sciences, and also for MD2 who are taking neuroscience. Right, those are my basic departments. And when it comes to preparing them for USMLE, at the back of our head, it's ultimately getting them into a residency position, and it starts right from the beginning. So whatever we teach in the class, we always stress on the questions, we also stress on the concept which are most commonly tested on step 1, step 2 and step 3. And in fact, we even integrate that with our old presentations. We give them questions after every presentation, give them clinical vignettes in which they're tuned in a way to be able to answer that questions right from the beginning of MD1. Even though they have a long way to go from there, I think it should be, we believe that it should be inculcating them into when they're starting basics. And basics starts from anatomy. And if you can put that into students right from the beginning, I believe these students can do their exams without much difficulty. Well, we are available from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the school every single day, Monday to Friday. And after working hours, we're always reachable on the groups, even personal chats on WhatsApp. We always have designated chats for each and every group. And students are always said to reach out to professors at any time of the day. And so far, like, we never had any difficulty or any complaints about students unable to reach out to professors or unable to get their doubts cleared. And We always have Dr. Hanadi to connect between us, like when we are maybe not on the island, she always makes sure that we are in the loop, and students feel that that's more important for them. And we also believe so, because when you're stuck at a position or when you're stuck in a topic, it's difficult to move forward without getting it cleared, and we always make sure that it's taken right off the plate whenever it is necessary. As a person who has done all of medical school in the mainland, and to be teaching on a island now, I think I'll be able to pretty sure say the differences. On the island, you're pretty much dedicated to what you have come here for. You do not have distractions. You do not have to think about traveling to your school, about anything else. You can just focus on your preparation. You have a very concealed group of friends who are also into medical school, so all your discussions are around the topic of medicine. And I believe that this concept of this curriculum or the environment around medicine upbrings the students' interest in medicine. Like they tend to know more when they're discussing more about medicine rather than everything else in life. And once they're on the island, they completely forget the world around them outside the island. They just stick onto it, and it is kind of fascinating to know that students do not think of their families either when they're on the island. And sometimes when we ask them about it, they do not say that, oh, it's there. I mean, we know the family is there, but we are here for a reason. And they kind of stick onto it. And I believe that's something which is on only a Caribbean island or only a school like AUA can provide. It's kind of a family for all. And I believe that they are not far away from their family.